I need you all to paint this picture in your head. You go to the grocery store and your favorite nut in the world is almonds. You look and the price is ridiculous. It's like, it's shot up. And you're like, what? I'm not buying almonds. I can live without them. So you come back weeks later and you're like, okay, like the price is going to go down. It was just temporary. You look and there's no more almonds. They're gone. St. John Chrysostom once said that the honeybees are the most liked animal, not because they labor, but because they labor for others. Honeybees are one of the most important insects that are a part of our ecosystem. Without honeybees, we would lose foods we enjoy and our nutritional diet would be down. No almonds, fruits, and veggies. Everything would be at a low supply. The Beekeeping Federation says that 1/3 of our food comes from pollination. Bees are vanishing from beekeepers at an alarming rate. And if we don't act now, this could affect our ecosystem. I will explain to you what's happening to the honeybees, how it affects our society, and what we can do to help. Honeybees have been fleeing beekeepers since 2007. To my first point, as what's happening with the bees. They've been fleeing beekeepers since 2007. Why are they leaving is the thought most beekeepers have. Colony collapse disorder is the term that was coined for this. They're leaving and they don't know why. In the 2010 film, Queen of the Sun, beekeeper David Hackenberg is introduced as the first beekeeper that discovered colony collapse disorder. He said that he was crawling on his hands and knees around the beehive boxes and couldn't find a single dead bee. He was shocked. Scientist Dennis von Ingeldorf in the 2009 film Vanishing of the Bees explains that in colony collapse disorder, bees could be there in the morning, and then when you go and check on them in the night or the afternoon, they're gone. And then nobody knows why. Signs of colony collapse disorder are there's no mites found in the hives, so like how did they disappear? There's no mites. The queen and the babies are abandoned. Worker bees never abandon their queen or babies. And there's no dead bees around the hive. Writer of the New York Times, Alice Baron-Weber, explains that there can be many factors that contribute to colony collapse disorder. Factors such as harmful pesticides, those are the ones that are actually harming the bees. Stress. Worker bees are cut off short in their winter holidays because they have to work in February for almonds, so they could be just stressed, and this causes them to have a weak immune system. When mice infest the hive, there's insecticides that are used, and that harms the queen bee. The queen bee can't produce because of the insecticides, so it shortens her life. Now that I have explained what is happening to the bees, I will move on to my next point, how it affects our society. In the Earth Times 2012 article, Pesticides Killing Bees, it explains that bees are the unpaid drones that provide food for us. So they're doing a job for free that benefits us in a great way. Natural Resources Defense Council explains in the article Vanishing Bees, explains that without bees we would lose $15 billion of crops. Crops such as apples, cucumbers, broccoli, onions, pumpkins, carrots, avocados, celery, and almonds all depend on the honeybee for pollination. We would have a low nutritional diet. So while the supply of crops of these vegetables are going down, we're not going to want to buy them because they're getting really expensive. So we're going to resort to fast food, and that's going to hurt us nutritionally. The United States Department of Agriculture has offered to give $20 million for the next 5 years of research, but that still doesn't add up to the $15 billion that bees give to us each year. Also, beekeepers are losing their businesses. In the 2009 film documentary, David Hackenberg explains that he lost 2,000 hives. Well, he charges $147 per hive to the farmers. That equals a total of $294,000 that David Hackenberg lost. Without bees, 1/3 of our crops and the honey production will be gone. Beekeepers are losing cars, homes, and even long-term family businesses. Now that you know how it's hurting our society, these are ways that we can help. Even though colony collapse disorder is unknown, like the causes of it is unknown, these are ways we can help the honeybees once they have left their beekeepers. The 2009 book by Dr. Reese Halter, called The Incomparable Honeybee, explains that we should create a safe haven for the honeybees. We should provide things for the honeybees that were provided by the beekeeper. Like we could plant native flowers. Native flowers don't need a lot of water, so they won't be hard to maintain, and the bees love them. We could empty a part of our backyard or something in our yard for a potential home by adding dead tree branches, or if you're nice enough, build a beehive box for the bees, like this one. Don't use herbicides, pesticides, fungicides, and microcides in your yard when you're gardening, because that's really hurting the bees. Like this one. Get a bird bath. Birds need water too. They need to be hydrated. Not only are you going to fuel the birds, but you're going to fuel the bees. So, other great things you could do are you could start your own honeybee hive. Now, you get your own honey and you get beeswax. We know honey is delicious, and honey and beeswax can also be used as for medicinal purposes. Eat organically. When you eat organically, you support the use of not using pesticides. So if you're supporting not using pesticides, the bees aren't dying. Be kind to the bees. Don't be scared. So if there's a bee flying around you, don't scream like a maniac and flail your arms everywhere. They're going to take that as a threat, and they're going to sting you. But it's an arrow. But if you just stay calm and walk away slowly, the bee's not going to do anything to you. How to help beekeepers? Buy organic honey and eat more honey. The average American eats 1 pound of honey a year. That's really not enough to help the beekeeper. If you buy organic honey and local honey, then you're supporting the beekeepers by not having them buy a truck driver or get like packaging materials, so they don't have to go from state to state, and they save gas money. So you're helping them save money. Now that I've explained my points, I will conclude. First, I told you what's happening to the bees, how it's hurting our society, and how we can help. I hope that everyone can step it up and act now to help the honeybees before the ecosystem is permanently damaged. Honeybees are always helping us, and being scared of a honeybee is no excuse not to help them. Just because you don't want to get stung doesn't mean you should ignore our cute little friends. So remember, plant a garden, eat honey, and support local beekeepers. Help honeybees continue the tradition of helping us. Without bees, there would be no delicious fruits to enjoy, and the world would be omnibus. Thank you, class, and remember, eat more honey, plant a garden, and help the bees save us. Thank you.